Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well on this beautiful Wednesday and you're ready to do a spot of stitching with me. Okay, so today is Jacobs Wednesday. Every Wednesday we get together to celebrate Kim's work. And I'd love to know what you're working on today with me. But today, this is my choice for this beautiful Wednesday, and this is called Dry Flowers. So I've been working on this project for a little while, and by little while I actually meant by the beginning, from the beginning of this year, when I started to explore 10 stitches. So prior to this year, I actually had never done 10 stitches with this type of project. Okay, and so I just needed kind of change things up a little bit. So I decided to try it out and ended up loving it. And so this project has been sort of one of my favorite of Kim's work. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you don't know, if you don't believe me, let me show you the markup. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. It's so gorgeous and it's perfect for this season. It's autumn, and I think autumn is the time that you sort of create dry flowers, because you collect all the flowers from the spring and the summer and preserve them in this beautiful room. And can you see that little kitty on a chair there? So this is a mini version, and I'm really happy with the choice actually, because there are some certain patterns I would only go for a regular or maybe max colors, and now I have one that's supersize as well. But this one I'm thoroughly happy because you can see that the kind of slightly fuzzy stitches actually go really well with Kim's style, and also 10 stitches probably added to that sort of flavor, kind of slightly sketch-like sort of style there. So let me show you my fabric here. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to go into too deep right now, but you can see those little slanted stitches here, and it feels like as if you're sort of painting or drawing with a pencil or with a color pencil, really. So that's the kind of effect that I'm going for, and I think 10 stitches is just perfect. So let me show you my app as well. Just look at where I am in terms of the progress. So this is a mini, so we're talking about 9 pages worth of stitching here, and this is my completed area. I'm not too mad about that, considering I have so many webs at the same time. And just look at the numbers a little bit here. So currently, if you look at the upper left there, I'm at just over 6%. Will I be able to sort of go a little bit nearer or even over 6.5? Who knows? I have no idea how many stitches will be required to get there, but I'm doing 10 stitches, so I'm hopeful. Okay, and if you look at the bottom there, it's 90 colors. So that's the number of colors involved. It's quite typical for a regular and mini for Heaven and Earth. And in terms of number of stitches, I rarely check this actually. I'm just not very number driven for good reasons. I've just completed over 6,000 stitches. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So today, of course, I am going to create a new sprint here, okay? And the sprint would capture every single stitch I'm going to make this evening in the UK, and it may be morning or afternoon where you are, and so let me wait for this to come up, and by the end of session, and with each live stream at the end of every session we play a game. called Guess My Stitches, okay? Many of you here probably have played it already, and it's exciting stuff. You know, you get to give me a random number, as random as you like, and some of you actually won. It's amazing. It's remarkable. I don't know how it works, but it's working. So let's have a look. And let me switch back to my fabric here, and I've got my Pokemon here to keep my needles safe. And of course, I want to say hello to you all. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Wednesday. And let's see who I have got in the chat with me today. The first to report to the chat is our Sarah. Hello, hello. Sarah says, hello everyone. Daily quote. So this is the new thing, okay? This is Sarah is in charge of daily quote of our stream here. So today's quote is, keep your face always toward the sunshine and shadows will fall behind you. Well said, Sarah. It's so simple, but it's true. Wonderful. Thank you, Sarah. What a beautiful golden nugget from Sarah every day. And Kristen S is the second to join the chat. Well done. Beautiful, Sarah. Yes, absolutely agree. And Sophia as well. Hello, hello, crafters. Good evening and good evening to you, Sophia. And we also have Cynthia here. And welcome. And Serena is also back with us. Beautiful. And Marsha. And Marsha says, oh dear. And Marsha says the birds are chirping and the sun rising. It must be super early in Australia right now. Marsha is in the Aussie land. And she says, I'm about to get on the plane, but we'll listen and watch until we take off. Well, Marsha is going somewhere nice, I hope. And enjoy the journey and safe journey. Okay, flying is not my favorite thing. It's better you than me. I need to be dragged on the airplane, you know, just to go on holiday or anything. So Marsha, I hope you enjoy your journey and we'll see you soon. And Everyday Creator says, hello everyone, happy stitching. And wonderful. And Kelly Shaw says, everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Amazing. Yes, definitely been watching the channel. And Kelly says, I'm watching Yogi last night replay and I keep getting ads. I saw Yogi said it will be no ads. Or it's only when it's live stream. Yes, Kelly. So by live stream, we're talking about this live right now, and I hope you're there. And once the live stream is over, it's considered as an archive video, so there will be ads with those videos. But if you come on here live with me, no ads, okay? And I'm going to keep it that way. And Kelly as well. Kelly says, everyone, beautiful sunny fall weather today here in the US. Hope everyone well. Happy stitching today. Indeed, Kathy, happy every day. And Alandria is also here with us. Hope you're well, Alandria. And Woo Woo is also here. Good evening all, she says. And Claudia says, hello everyone. And Anna is also here in the chat. Wonderful. And Susan, my love, is also here. Great to see you. And let's have a look. Chloe is joining us as well. And Ren says hello from North Dakota. Amazing. And Laura, hello, hello. Laura is our probably one of the stitchers that has won Guess My Stitches most times. Okay, I think maybe a couple of others. I think Steve has won multiple times, but Lara is amazing. Lara is very cunning when it comes to Guess My Stitches game. And Anna says, what are you stitching on today? And she already reporting. Anna has definitely been to the yogi streams before, and she's reporting, what are you stitching today? I'm doing mini love letter chocolate. Amazing. So someone is joining me. Oh no, actually mini love chocolate is from Amy Stewart. So I'm slightly naughty, but absolutely allowed. We have a back door. If you're not doing SAL with me, you can just squeeze through the back door. I'll let you in and keep my eyes closed, okay? And maybe both eyes as well, not just one eye. And Moti's stitcher as well. and says, good evening, everyone. Happy stitching and really great to see you. Motif Stitcher is from Malta. Amazing. And a coming stitching pattern is here. Is Sylvia, right? Have I got it correctly today? You know, the brain is kind of working ish for now. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen in half an hour. And I'm doing my best. And let's have a look. Who else have we got here? Christian lovers. Christian is also here, says hello to everyone. And Nikki. Oh, Nikki is back. Yes, check in with us so we know you're alive and well. You know, not like, engage any shenanigan with a husband, okay? We need to check in with you. And let's have a look. Oh, everybody's congratulating Motif Stitcher. I missed something here. Oh, hello. Let's have a look. Okay, so Motif is saying, I'm stitching monogamously, or very rare, on Hate Sal, Innocent Dream, as I'm nearing the 100%. Round of applause for Motif Stitcher. Amazing. So we are in October, and I think the deadline for Hate Sal is like the end of the year, isn't it? Or something like that. I have no idea how it works still, but congratulations. And let's have a look. Grace Houston is also here joining us. Hello, Grace. And Irene is also here. Hello, Yogi, everyone. From Irene here. Mandy Morgan and Moron is also here as well. Great to see you. And Leslie McLean as well. And Jackie Turner. And Colette. Colette, are you new to the chat? Normally I remember someone's name if I have called it out before. So welcome if you're new to us. And Cynthia Hola. Wonderful. Thank you for joining me today. So I am going to just go through a little bit how I'm going to be working on this piece today. Okay, so far, let me just bring on my app here so it's easier to see. So I'm starting from upper left, like a good girl. And I've been switching methods a couple of times, you know, as usual. So I started from row by row, actually. So I was a little bit nervous. I was worried the stitches are going to be quite full. I'm using CXC 2-strand, 2 over 1 with 10, okay? And so I started off with row by row, just to keep everything neat and tidy, and it worked quite well. And then I gradually switching to block by block, various ways to complete, color completion, etc. So today, so generally I'm kind of keeping the diagonal shape, but last session, it was a little bit ago, okay, and I decided to create a highlight box so you can see this area looking slightly different with loose stitches. So I just decided, as I do, to clear all the pass threads and complete this 3x3 area. And in no particular order. I can't remember what I did. Maybe 1, 2, 3, as in following the DMC number, or maybe it was minimum to max. I can't remember, but that's what I did. And it's quite a large area, I say, and I did, you know, I cleared up most of the pass threads there. But today, guys, today I am looking for a slightly change of flavor here. So I would like to, if I show you my fabric, you can probably tell that I'm actually moving to sort of upper right here. So this is the top border, okay? And today my plan is to resume to a little bit of parking. So, you know, sorry guys, if you're allergic to part threads, today is not going to work out very good for you. Okay, you probably have some sort of anxiety attacks, you know, throughout. So brace yourself. Have some herbal teas and stuff like that, and maybe have a cushion next to you. You might need to hug into a cushion for comfort. So today I am going to resume to parking. I quite fancy a little bit of parking today, and I'm going to go block by block. So this is quite a, classic way of doing block by block stitching, but I'm not going to do diagonal necessarily. I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll come down here and do these 2 blocks here and maybe down here as well. But my plan today is to actually extend that horizontal border to the right there. And so it creates more options for me in terms of where I want to stitch. And I've already have some part threads here. So my plan is to clear the part threads from bottom to top. Okay, no controversy there. And then I haven't quite made up my mind here. I might do minimum to max, if that makes sense, or maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is just how we call it's a method we kind of, come up with a name, is to use Saga, which is the app I'm using to track most of my projects nowadays, and allow the app to sort the order of colors in terms of stitching order based on DMC number. So I could do either, really. It probably doesn't matter. So I'm going to start from this block today, all right? And clear all the part threads here, part to the right or bottom, wherever makes sense, and doing 1 block at a time. Yesterday I went, all out, cross country to the next town, next village and beyond. And today I just crave for a little bit of structure. A little bit of structure today. So this is where I'm going, 1 block at a time, and chat with you at the same time and relax in this wonderful Wednesday. In fact, wonderful every day, definitely. So this is my plan. Okay, so let me move it down a little bit and bring on my app here. And guys, what are you working on today? Who are working on Kim Jacobs pieces with me? Okay, model stitchers. And if you're not, yeah, you can tell me too, and let me know what you're working on. And I won't judge, just a little bit, but not too much. Okay, and let's have a look. And I'll try to keep up with the chat today as much as I can. And who else has joined us? Sarah Vian has joined us as well. Welcome. And Turtle Stitcher. Hello. Turtle Stitcher is also here. Squirrel is not here yet, but she may appear anytime, at any moment now. And Rochelle, welcome back. And Lakika, hello. And Paula, are you new to us? Paula, I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce the surname, okay? We've just started the stream. I don't want to start butchering people's names. So Paula, welcome to the chat. And Frida as well says hi. And Diamond is also here. Love Drunk for Diamonds. And definitely a fan for diamond stitching. Not diamond stitching, diamond painting. And she says, good evening, Yogi and chat. Indeed. And Brianne as well. Brianne K is also here, says hello everyone. I'm working on snowman gathering, stocking for my daughter. How lovely to have a goal. I hope it's not too huge and you're able to finish before Christmas. Otherwise the daughter might be complaining. Amazing. Welcome. And Alandria is working on Kim Jacobs. No Kim Jacobs. Oh, very naughty Alandria. But it's still a hate. I've got my fellow follow your dreams so far. Only have 1 hate on the go. Many to come, Alandria. If you hang out in this group, it's just going to happen, okay? It's inevitable. So brace yourself there. And Paula says, I've been lurking for a while. You know what we love most than stitching is for lurkers to unlurk themselves. Or at least that's, I love it. So welcome, Paula. Well done for unlurking. And let me pick my first color here and see how it goes. So I'm going to from bottom left there. I've already threaded my needle here. So I'm using size 26 for 2 strands and 28 needle for single strand disregard. Doesn't matter what fabric count. So I'm not matching the needles with fabric count. If it's 2-strand, 26, and if single strand, 28. So that's how I only have 2 sizes for my needles. So it's nice and simple here. So I just want to quickly change the border color. I'm more used to blue here. I think I changed to red to make it stand out a little bit more. I'll see how it goes. But I'm just used to having blue, and then I'm going to change. So with Saga, you can change the highlight border to any color of your wish. And for the part threads, I'm going to move it to pink. So hopefully it's not too cluttered here. I do wish Saga would change the way they highlight part thread, because it's just clashing with the regular stitch highlights visually for me a little bit. So from here, let's go. Heather House is joining us. Hello, hello. Turtle Stitcher is working on Traveling Library. Lovely piece. I'm trying to catch up with Yogi. I think you're way ahead of me, Turtle Stitcher Heather. Drinking water with a mango slice. What? Water with a mango slice? Oh, not in the water. It means separately. Okay. So, well, that's a novel way of drinking water. I know people have a slice of lemon or lime. I've never heard of mango slice in the water, but I think you meant by the side. Okay, separately. Sounds nice. Mango is not a season for mango anymore, is it? And Kathy is working on Once Upon a Fairy Tale today. Completed 753 stitches yesterday. My goodness. And she says, I would like to get 1,000 before bedtime. Kathy, if you do so, you will have to report to Sarah, our alien captain, okay? And she's in charge for people like you, stitchers like you, you know? Just go on and stitch 1,000 stitches like no one's business. Oh, Kathy, we're going to miss you. We're going to send you to Alien Club, okay? And Heather is here already. Say hello. Let me just do one more stitch here. Oh, you know, multitasking is challenging for Yogi. I do my best. And let me just mark these as I go. I'm tempted to, no, in fact, I am going to bring on the highlight box later on once I cleared all the threads. So, and then I'll decide whether I want to use the highlight box to sort the threads for me. But for now, I'm good. For now, I'm going to just do the stitches within this box. And maybe, you know, just to prevent the sort of tension line. I think for 10 stitches, it's quite okay. I haven't noticed any tension line here. But instead of a very neat square here, whenever there's connected stitches just outside the border, I'm going to do it, okay? So just to fuzz the border a little bit. So that's my plan right here. Very cunning, I know. I'm very cunning. So it's quite weird. I don't normally notice tension line, but I noticed tension line with one of my projects, my Valentine's nook. So I'm getting a little bit sort of worry here. So just to prevent the lines here. So let me switch to the next one. Oh, I'm enjoying it already. It's so nice to switch different method. So your brains kind of start to have to work differently. And I love it. And let's have a look. And Ren is working on Quilting Room all the way up to 8%. My goodness, rent 8% is no joke for that project. Okay, it is a somewhat challenging project for surprising reasons. I think because the color scheme is quite light, very subtle, beautiful though, beautiful. So it requires a little bit of patience, and so well done, well done. And I am going to park down here. Very nice. All right. And Ren is doing SAL with me. There you go. You know, model stitcher. And Frida is working on Tale of Red Swans by AS. What is AX? Tell me. I'm sure it's quite obvious, but I have no idea. Oh, Amy Stewart. Amy Stewart. Of course, I should know that by now. And Serena is going to bed. Serena has early morning, and she's making very good use of our emoji here for members. And Serena says, night night. Oh, I'll be watching the replay in the morning. Have a good night, Serena. And do not dream about frogs. You can dream about yogi, okay? And so good night to Serena. Well done. And Joyce is joining the chat, and Joyce is working on dry flowers as well. Oh, Joyce, we are we need a name for this. If we're stitching on the same piece, okay? I know it narrows down a little bit because it's Kim Jacobs, but if you're working on this piece, very piece with me, it's called, I don't know, Whip Bingo. How's that? I'll let Joyce decide on the names, okay? She's a lot better than me. And Chloe is working on Farewell to Anger again. Finished first page, only 39 more to go. Yes, that's the spirit. One page, one stitch at a time, Chloe. And here we go. And Sylvia is also working on Traveling Library, so caught up a bit, 3%. Very nice, very, very nice. And Nikki is working on 6 portos. Have you started? Oh goodness, I'd love to see. Nikki is a floss tuber, in case you don't know, and so I'm sure she's going to make videos on the update. So if you're interested in that piece, you know, it's caused a little bit of kerfuffle in our group, a little bit with the prices. But it's a piece involves 6 parts and 6 separate charts. But indeed, in fact, is one piece of artwork, separate in 6 patterns. So yes, it costs a little bit. It's slightly more expensive than the regular charts, but I'm sure it's worth it for Nikki. So I'm looking forward to looking at the progress here. It's better than you than me, Nikki. Well done. And Sandra is working on My Stamp Night Koi Fish. Sandra, I saw your whip on our group, our Facebook group, looking very interesting. You know, I think stamp projects looks really interesting. It's just that I have not found any pattern I like so far. But when I do, I might give it a go. It sounds very relaxing. So I hope you enjoy, Sandra, with us stitching together. And Kristen says, welcome to Club Cassie. Who's Cassie? I don't know. And Rochelle is working on Traveling Library. I managed to do 960. Rochelle, yesterday. 8 hours though. Well, but still tremendous. You know, when it comes to number of stitches, is the speed, but also endurance as well. You clearly have an endurance going. And also, that number is tremendous. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Within 24 hours, you know, you're very, very in a danger zone, Rochelle. I don't know whether you're already a member of the Alien Club, but you're sending yourself there by doing so many stitches. So watch out, and you could be receiving biscuits and milk from Sarah very soon. Well done. And Laura says, I've got 902 stitches on mini catnap and watching and switching to kitty kitchen shelf. Well, they're both very nice pieces. One is a lot of little kittens and the other one with a lot of eyes on the fridge. Don't ask me why, it's Amy Stewart, isn't it? So it's beautiful colors though. A lot of, turquoise, blues, I love. But I can't stitch that piece because all the eyes there staring at me. So let me mark this one. I'm enjoying this. And Alison Rennie is also here. Alison says, hello everyone, stitching atrium and drinking Puka. Oh, the tea, of course, one of my favorite tea brands. And after dinner tea with a side of cherry Pepsi Max. What a combination. And I forgot to tell you what my drinks today. I have a fresh cup of coffee here. I only drink my coffee black. So, let me take a sip. I forgot that I've got a freshly brewed coffee. Normally I have a cold coffee, okay? So good. And I also have my regular peppermint tea going there. So wonderful. And guys, just to let you know, if you don't know, we have channel members available now. And today, I only found out that I actually have 10 free memberships every month that I can give away to you. Okay, so if you haven't joined already, if you're already joined, then you're in, okay? But if you'd like to join but haven't yet, I am going to give away 5 memberships randomly. Just if you're in the chat, you'll be able to receive it. But one setting you have to modify on your wherever you're watching from your device or computer. And I'll show you what you need to do in a bit. Okay, so I'm going to warm up my little hands here, and then I'll show you, give you instruction on how you turn it on so you can receive the free membership. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is, because if I have 10 memberships for free that I can give out, I will do so probably every Wednesday. If we're starting today, right? So I'll probably do it not every Wednesday, every other Wednesday. So I've got 10 to give away. I'll give away 5, one every other Wednesday, every month. So that's quite nice, isn't it? And so it's a 1-month membership for you. Okay, so let me make a few more stitches, and I'll give you the instruction on what you need to do in order to receive it. And then we can do a lucky dip. So it's totally random, not decided by me. It's by YouTube. So it's good fun, isn't it? It's like a, little prize draw that you can have. And of course, you're free to join at any time by yourself. But, if you like to wait for the lucky dip, then stay tuned, and all will be revealed. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I only found out today. I'm totally clueless. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the membership is a way for you to support me on the live stream. So there's no ad for the live streams here. And also we do it daily. So with your help, I will have more resources to work on this channel and do more for you, not just for the members, but for everyone. So I really appreciate your support here. So we now already have a lot of members that join us, all the regulars, and you're free to join at any time. So 1, 2. So I'm going to park. Oh, wrong. Already, look at me. I'm supposed to park it on the next block. Seriously. Let me zoom out a little bit here. It should be over here. I was wondering why it's not matching up. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It's bizarre. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. I think maybe one park thread is not correct on the chart, but I'll find out as I get there. Let's see if I could catch up with what everybody's working on. And Nikki says, I'm about to hit 1% at 9340 stitches. Nikki, what is your spec for that project, and which panel are you starting from? Or maybe you want to keep it for your floss tube, which I understand, but the fabric count will be nice. Fabric count will be nice. Nikki says, I will pay that much for Gecko Rouge patterns without buying the full kit. Oh, I see. So Nikki is referring to the 6 portal pages, so the patterns. So what happens is the pattern actually broken into 6 panels, and each panels, if you buy individually, I think there's some confusion over the pricing, but I think it's roughly around just under 14 pounds, British pounds. And but if you buy all 6 panels together, I think majority of people probably would like to do that. It mounts up to quite a bit of money, to be honest with you. I think it was about 72 pounds? That's including VAT or something like that. So it's quite a lot for just pattern only, because most of us probably quite used to, heaven and earth type of pricing. So heaven and earth, even if you buy super size, which is huge, right? And really well charted, beautiful patterns. It's if you buy particularly as sales, even full price, it's under $20, and which is about maybe 16 pounds or something like that. But most of us probably catch the sales. They do it regularly. So if you're used to buying your patterns under $10 or somewhere there, it's going to be a bit of a shocker, to be honest with you. But the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So Nikki thinks it's worth it. Absolutely. Then it's absolutely worth it. This one, I'm actually going to stitch it because literally just one stitch, and also it's on the edge. So, I can do a boomerang. Guys, we have a boomerang emoji, okay, for members. So, boomerang time. So, it's a great way to end and start your threads for 10 stitches. It's a godsend. And it's named by our Joyce here, Stitchy Dutchy. So here we go. Let me 3722, 3722. So I'm docking my needle on my organizer there. Okay. Let me follow the chat here. And Michelle Fuller is also here joining us. Welcome, Michelle. And Claudia says, hello, everyone. My mother very kindly sent me a stand for my stitching, and I got it set up today. So I'm working on learning two-hand stitching today. With iced tea, of course, two-hand stitching is going to speed you up. Okay, it definitely speed me up. So you can imagine if I stitch with one hand, what speed would that be if this is my speed right now? But it's good fun. It's a great technique to learn as well. And it's a lot easier to do when you have a stand. If you stitch in hand or somewhere there's not, you have to put the hoop up and down all the time, then it's fiddly to do. But with the stand, it's very easy because everything stays where it is. So very excited. Very exciting, Claudia. I hope you enjoy. And if you have run into questions, we're here. Just ask. There will be maybe not me, but very skilled stitchers here to help you out. And Irene is working on Magnolias, Max Colors, the pink one, yes. The PC is giving me problems today, so I'm super slow going tonight. Oh dear. Yes, just be patient, be patient. And so let's have a look. So guys, I want to show you how to turn on your setting for your device, whether it's on your phone or computer, so you can receive the randomly distributed membership, okay? But only if you want a membership, okay? So I'm going to show you. Let me just come to my own stream here. So I'm going to show you on the iPhone. It's the same with whether you're on computer or iPad is identical. So what you do is if you go to the chat panel, okay, you probably that's where you're looking at right now. And boomerangs here. And what you do is you go to the bottom where you normally do super chat. There's a $sign there, okay, and you tap on that. And you should get these three options. Doesn't matter where you are, on a desktop, mobile devices, and you go to memberships, okay? It's not gonna sign you up. There will be more options. So tap on a membership here. So what it does, it takes you to the join panel here, okay? So I'm gonna swipe up so you can see. So instead of tapping join, you go to the three dots here. Okay, if you tap on the three dots, you should get this popover from the bottom. And at the bottom, there's a gift membership setting. So you need to opt in. By default, it's off. And I think it might be per channel setting. So it's not across the board. So if you have turned it on for other channels, you might need to do it again. I'm not too sure. So it's better check. So the gift membership setting here, when you tap it, okay, you should get this little radio button here. So you need to opt in order to receive it. So allow gift memberships, and you can turn it on here. And that's all you have to do and come back. So normally if you go to, let me have a look. If you go to join here, oops, hang on, not this, sorry. I think there's an option. Let me have a look. If you come down and just go to chat here, at the bottom, when you tap on the super chat, there is the super chat option. When you go to membership, I'm trying to think, because there is a gift member, so you could gift other memberships as well. That's an option, but otherwise just turn on that setting here. Hopefully it's clear. If you like, I can show it to you again, but I'll give you a little while, just maybe 10 minutes for you to sort that out. And if you have questions, I can answer that. Make sure you have that turned on, and then I'll give the membership. We have 5 available for today. And it will get randomly distributed. It's like a prize draw. So you'll be able to receive it for 1 month. It'll be very nice. You can join in with the emojis. And my plan is to have sort of everything we do here doesn't change, okay? Nothing is taken away. But I think there'll be some extra for the members. We can do maybe more focused live streams. If you have, I'll probably do some polls, and you can let me know whether you want me to focus on certain things. So there's some requests for demonstrations that's much harder to do in regular live streams. Then I will be able to, we can have a focus session, maybe how to make organizers or certain methods, then we can do that. So, let me know what you would like to see. And, I want to keep it quite organic. So we can evolve and do whatever, you guys would like to have. So it's wide open here. And let's have a look. Rochelle says, don't forget to hit the like button. Rochelle is more of a YouTuber than me. I never remember to say that. So thank you, Rochelle. If you like it, hit the like button once. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button twice, okay? I learned that from somebody. So there you go. And Mandy is doing Halloween piece from Tiny Modernist and drinking water. Yes, water is the best, isn't it? Let's have a look. Wonderful. And Queen of Diamonds. Oh, says, hello, Yogi and friends. Running a bit late today. Hope everyone is well. Queen of Diamonds. Welcome. Never too late for a great party. Never too late for a great party. So, and let me know how you get on with the setting. If you have questions. And I'll give you maybe another 5 minutes and we'll do the prize draw. The free membership. I'm going to park over here too, to the left. Yes, this is what I need today. A bit of structure. Oh, actually 4 to the right. So I want to park at the highest point to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one. And the nice thing about cross country, like what I did yesterday with the Gecko Rouge, is wherever you can go wherever you want, but you can end up stitching in the very sort of different areas. But nice thing about 10 by 10 is just so focused. I don't need to worry about anything other than this block, which is quite nice. It just reset the mind a little bit, so it doesn't go wandering too far all the time. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. And Nikki says, I'm using my old stitching shelf fabric. Oh, so that one you try to frog. And have you managed to frog everything? And she says, 25. No wonder you've been hiding, because you're probably too busy frogging that piece. So Nikki's done sort of extreme cross countries all over the fabric. So in order to remove the stitches, it was probably a project by itself. And Nikki says it's 25 counts and start upper left, but I did some border stitching all across at the top to make sure it fits. So is it extreme cross country again with this method, or are you going for block by block like what Yogi's doing? Wow, that's interesting. And which upper left, then you were starting from the first panel, right? Wow. So the question would be whether Nikki is going to do panel by panel or maybe diagonal, cross panels. You know what I mean? And those the borders for the frames for the panels are probably quite tricky to stitch because it just looks very, very detailed. And we'll find out how confetti the piece is. One here. Let me just anchor. Oh dear. Okay, then I am going to just end this one because the next stitch is to the right. I don't want to cross over to the stitch area, so do a little boomerang here. And Simone is back here to join us. Welcome. And let me know what you're stitching on. And Betty Lou Taylor is also here. Hello, hello. And let me know what you're working on. And Nikki says the piece has got, oh my goodness, 960k stitches. So a little bit more than my Gecko Rouge. My Gecko Rouge is massive. It's just over 900,000 stitches. And there's six portals is a little bit larger than that, but not that much larger. So let me, I'll try to clear these 3 pass threads and then we'll do the prize draw. We'll do a random draw for the free memberships, okay? So if you just joined us, if you'd like to receive the randomly distributed membership for the channel, turn on the opt-in option to receive the gift, okay? If you don't know how to do it, I can show it to you again, but it should be nice and simple. Maybe many of you have done it before. Let me know, and then we'll do the gifting. This is so nice and easy. It's so lovely. Here, I'm going to move over to the right. Chelsea Summers, I just joined. How? What do you mean by that? Do you mean the channel membership? So Chelsea, you can join by yourself, or in a few moments, I'm going to gift out 5 memberships for 1 month. So it's your choice, and I can show you again on how to do it because few people have joined us. And let me just show you one more time. It's very, very easy actually. Let me just bring on the live stream here. Okay, so this is our live stream here. You probably have a view either on your desktop or on your device, iPad, phone, doesn't matter, whichever phone. So you're on the YouTube app, right? And go to the YouTube app where the chat is, and at the bottom there is a super chat button there. Just tap on that, and then there's a membership option here, and you just tap on it. It will take you to the the channel, join the membership main over panel there. And what you do is you can join by yourself, okay? But if you like to receive the free membership randomly, then tap on the 3 dots and then go to the gift membership setting. And here you just flick. So by default, it's opt out, okay? You need to opt in. So you have to do that. So, and if you flick the radio button to the right, then when I send out the free membership, you will be included in that pool of draw, if that makes sense. So I'll give you maybe 3 more minutes. How's that? And then we do the gifting. It's the time for giving. Well, I think, you know, it's time to giving all year round, all year round. And Sandra says, I can't work with counted kids. I have no enjoyment. I don't know why, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I think, you know, I don't know. I've never tried it. But I'm just imagine that it could be quite relaxing because you don't need to follow the chart. You just, you know, look at the symbol on the fabric. So I guess nothing is for everyone. So maybe you need that sort of, you know, additional challenge to work with the chart as well. So 1, 2 here. Lakika says, I tried live streaming earlier today, Yogi, and it was a mess. I have so much respect for all that you do here. Oh, Lakika. Yeah, if you tried it for the first time, it's probably a little bit, you know, nerve-wracking, right? Because you're just talking to the camera by yourself. But when I'm talking, I know you're here. And I remember when I first started, I don't think I was ever nervous. I think in the beginning, when nobody was watching, in a way, I wasn't under, not that I'm under any pressure now, but there's more engagement I need to have with you, and it's so much fun. But in the very beginning, when literally no one was watching, I really was just talking to myself, you know, sort of internal dialogue, and I talked about anything that I was interested, but with sort of you in mind, the future audience and whoever is going to come across my channel in mind, and talk to a person. So, and it just flows. And when I have nothing to say, I still do that now. If I have nothing to say, I say nothing. So there's no pressure there. So yes, keep going, Lakika. And what is your YouTube handle? If you want to share that, please, you know, you're not able to send links on in the chat, but you can share the YouTube handle, and we can all go and check it out, you know. So I'm trying to figure out what I've just stitched. So oh, I'm looking at the wrong block. Look at me. See, I can talk. Maybe I can talk you under the table, but I can't stitch. Oh, River has just joined the membership. Thank you, River. River has just joined Yogi Squad. So generous of you, Yogi. River, welcome to the membership. And you have the emoji ready there for you. And I'm making more, and I'm taking requests from everyone. Okay, yesterday we got a lot of ideas, so I made those emojis myself. Okay, just for you, just for you. And so I take requests if you think there's anything nice that for our group, and I'll see if I can make them, and they'll be available very soon. Good. Now I think we've got 81 people here, so why don't I do the gifting, right? Are you guys ready? And I've never done this before, so it could go horribly wrong, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best. And so what's going to happen is going to randomly send out 5 free memberships for people in the chat, okay, right now, and also have that option setting opt-in. Okay, so let me just bring on my panel here and go to the gifting part of it. Let me see if I can do it properly. Okay, bear with me. And I'll give you a countdown when I'm ready, okay? So don't worry. And you will get a notification when it's done. So I think I can only do it from my desktop here. Let me have a look. I'm trying to find an option. Okay. Send membership free of charge. You have a 10 membership left. Okay, so guys, I'm going to send out 5 randomly distributed membership to you, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to hit the button now, okay? I'm going to send 5. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Who has won? Oh, Lakika. Lakika's got it. And Marilyn, let's have a look. Marilyn has got it. And Lakika, lucky winner. And who else? Betty Hankins also has got it. Beth and Williams, it has also won. The membership, and who else? And Jolly as well. Welcome, guys. And so you will have 1 month of membership completely free. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is so much fun. And so we will be doing gifting every other Wednesday. So I have allowance to gift 10 memberships every single month. So Wednesday will be our giveaway day. Okay, every other Wednesday. Welcome, welcome, guys. And Rochelle has joined. Welcome, Rochelle. Rochelle has joined Yogi Squad. Thank you so much. Rochelle, so generous. And Marilyn say thank you, was going to take a nap, but you got me want to cross stitch. There you go. This is what the membership is for. You belong to this club, okay? So keep stitching. And you can sleep later, you know? So it's time to sleep. Rejoice, everyone. Exactly. Congratulations, everyone. It's a lucky dip. It's fun. Yes. Welcome. So you will have access to the customized sort of emoji created by me for you. And we are going to have more. We're going to have fun. Good here. Now I know what this is. This is great fun, isn't it? And Chelsea says, my challenge with cross-stitching is to keep up with the scissors. I swear they grow legs. You mean they disappear? Oh, Chelsea, Yes, I always use this type of sort of cutters rather than scissors. I find it, with scissors, you kind of have to, let me have a look. I do have one that's quite sharp, but I'm just terrified. I can't get to the edge as much as I want, and this is super sharp. I probably pierce my fabric there. But with this, I can hold it really, really flat and just go cutter like that. And so that's what I do. And oh, Ebony's here. Hello, hello. Welcome. So good to have you. And let me pick this one here. Nikki says, Lakika, it's a learning process for sure, and you will learn every time, but good for you for trying. Yes, Nikki, absolutely. It's like if you do it, it just comes naturally, and you have to find your style as well. You can't sort of it's not a performance when it comes to streaming. I stream 3.5 hours every day, and there are times we stream for 10 hours, right? So the only way you can do it is just be yourself. That's really it. So when I'm talking to you, I don't talk any differently from how I talk to my friends, anyone else, and that's the way to go. It's not a performance, and so you don't have to do anything special in order to, do a live stream. Just remember who you are, and you will be fine. You will be fine. And, the more you do it, the more you will find the rhythm to it. So that's why daily streaming is really good, because, it's just something that I do every day, and it comes naturally after a while. So keep trying, and just have fun. I think, that's an important thing. You need to enjoy it. And let's have a look. So Sylvia says, I started with stamped kits, but after trying counter cross stitch, I don't enjoy stamped canvas anymore. That's very interesting. Maybe you enjoy that additional challenge as well. So yeah, it's quite fun working with pattern as well, isn't it? There's a kind of pattern management element to it, which makes it quite fun. So let me finish this stitch here with a boomerang. Marilyn is asking, how often does Hate have sales? I don't think it's a fixed period, but they do it fairly often. I think sometimes when they release something, like certain patterns, they do a sale as well. They're very generous with their sales. Guys, do you have inside info in terms of what interval Hay does? I haven't observed any kind of particular pattern there. River is asking, Yogi, what method you're using today? Good question. So I am doing block by block right now, okay? And clearing up my path thread. And this is a very good point to ask, because I have just cleared all my path threads for this block, 10 by 10. I'm thinking maybe bring on the highlight box, 10 by 10 box, and then I'm gonna do minimum to maximum. And maybe next block I'll do 1, 2, 3. Follow the DMC. I think it probably doesn't matter. I can switch back and forth, see how it goes. But I'm quite keen to maybe avoid the, like ninja stitches at the end. At the moment, I think that this is where my mood takes me. So yes, let me have a look. Let me bring on my little highlight box here. So I'm going to move it over here and reduce it to 10 by 10. I could use the other one as well, but I could use the lasso tool, which would give me a default 10 by 10, but you can't, that one kind of moves involuntarily a few times, so I'm not too sure what I was doing wrong there. But this one I can lock it, so it's not going to go anywhere. I try to lock it. So what I'm going to do is to remove the box when I'm doing the path threads, and just work the path threads out. But once I'm done, I think Joy is also. I think she wrote a comment under one of the videos today, saying that I could switch to 1, 2, 3 as well. So yes, so it's kind of a combo method, block by block, and do the parking, and then you can I'll have the option to either do minimum to max or 1, 2, 3. So I'll probably just, flip back and forth. Depends on my liking. So from here, let me have a look. I'll need to do the settings here to decide how I want to sort it. So I want to do minimum to max here for auto sorting. And I don't need I can do the auto navigation. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to go from minimum to maximum here. I'll probably stick with this so I don't have to fiddle with the settings too much. So yes, so I think I'm going to stick with minimum to max. Abney says, I'm working until 10. So you guys are helping get through the slow shift. Oh, Abney, you're still at work. Oh, my condolences, Abney. Just watch Yogi or listen to Yogi, and everybody's chatting here. Yes, to keep you company. River says, I think the next sale will be around Halloween. They have lots of sales though. Yes, they do. I think they do at certain, like Halloween, maybe Christmas, I don't know, certain days, but there are random days in between as well. Maybe just whenever they release something they want people to grab, I think. So the first choice, first color for me is a single stitch, literally 921, 921, 921. Just one stitch. So I'm going to do a boomerang, start and finish all in one stitch. Boomerang time. Oh, and by the way, this is, what count is this? I think this is 20 or 22. I can't really tell the difference. They stitch very similarly. This might be 22. I need to double check, because just by looking at it, it's not that obvious. It also looks maybe 20. I need to double check. I haven't worked on this project for a little bit. And this is literally one stitch with no other parking options. So it's just here, just one stitch. 921. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Abony says 100% with you, Yogi. Just be yourself. Exactly, Abony. Abony streams from time to time as well. Abony is also a floss tuber, probably more well known than me, and she does live stream from time to time as well. But she does fantastic whip parade regularly. So go watch Abony and Nikki as well. Nikki, I nearly forgot about Nikki. Nikki Stitchy, of course. Yes, I did mention earlier on. Alison says, I used to lose scissors, but I got some poor noodles and cut them up and used for sticking my scissors. Let me highlight the comments so you can read as well. And Alison says, I used to lose scissors, but I got some poor noodles and cut them up, used for sticking my scissors. Oh, so you literally stab your scissors in that foamy stuff. And I also use for sticking needles into DMC colors written on masking tapes. Yes, so it's a form of docking, needle docking. But I think, Alison, with that, do you just dock for each project temporarily, or do you keep them there till next time, whenever that is? So it's slightly different from needleboard. I think we had this discussion before, quite a few streams ago. But with scissors, I don't find, I've never lost these, to be honest. They're just like, I just put them down in the same spot all the time to my right there. And also you could potentially, if you have a large hoop, you can just stick your scissors on top of a needle minder if you have large enough area. So you could do this as well. I don't do this, but if you lose them all the time, you can just stick it on something, like a magnet to keep it there, so you know it's always on the same spot. Kristen says, if you use a stand, I've also seen people attach magnet. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Magnet to the stand itself, that your scissors always have a place to return. Exactly. That's precisely what I just said. So you can have the needle minder on the fabric. It's probably a little bit dangerous. You don't want to stab yourself as you move your fingers. But if you can have a piece of magnet stick somewhere, maybe on your stand, then you just, stick your scissors there. I think it's a very good idea. Right, so this one I can use bucket. And I need to be very mindful not to use bucket when the box is not highlighted. Oh, I can keep it on, can I not? Right? Even when I'm clearing up the part threads, it should be okay. Let me have a look. So let me hit a bucket. And next one, 3776. I love Saga. 3776. And I hope they're going to be back on the Google App Store very soon, so they can continue to develop the Android version. It's about time, really. And Chelsea says, I find the stamp fabric overwhelming to look at. I'm kind of slightly in that camp as well, Chelsea, because even though the advantage, well, I think it's quite relaxing that you don't have to fiddle with a chart at the same time. But yeah, the visual of the canvas is a little bit overwhelming. All the technic colors, and I think they do that deliberately to make it fun, right? Because you can't see what you're stitching, and then lo and behold, something emerges. I can see the fun of that. I can see that. But at the same time, if you just look at the canvas, you really don't know what you're looking at. So yes, I think I understand where you're coming from. I'm slightly in that camp as well, because it's quite nice to look at plain fabric, and as you stitch for, make each stitch, and it creates the pattern. Whereas if the canvas is so chaotic, it's not very relaxing as well. So who knows? I think, each to their own. I think either you like it or you don't. And if you don't do it, do something else. Right, the next one, oh, quite a lot of single stitches, my goodness. And there are no surrounding stitches, not in the nearby blocks. So this one's A23. A23, there's some areas of this fabric, of this pattern is, fairly confetti, I have to say. A23. A23. Wendy Lee is here, welcome. And let me see if there are new joiners here. Woo is also here, welcome Woo Woo. And let's have a look. And Rachel says, I started with counted cross stitch in 1996. Really? It's been around for that long? I thought it was a new thing. So let me fold it in half so I can do a loop start here. And Rachel says, and I have tried stamp a few times. Oh, sorry, I misread it. Rachel says, I started with counted cross stitch in 1996. I misread it. I thought it was stamp kits from 1996. So counted cross stitch in 1993, and I have tried stamped a few times and don't care for it. I gave away most of my stamps, but still have a few I finish out. Yes, I think it's probably liking and disliking divide quite clearly. It's a little bit like, Turkish delight that we talked about a few streams ago. And maybe a little bit like coriander, cilantro. Whether you like it or you don't. Are you a cilantro person, or not? And either way is okay, right? Because if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. If you enjoy it, do it. So this one is a little bit tricky here. What should I do with this one? Should I park it? Okay then, let me park it over here. It's a little bit far away, but 1, 2. Let me park it there. I'm going to keep the box on then. There's no need to remove it because I can park even with the box highlighted. That's the beauty of it. Ooh, I like this. The auto selection. Oh, Rachel. Rachel has some additional information regarding the sales frequency. Rachel says, hey, usually does sales every 6 weeks or so on average. That's what I have observed. Yeah, it seems quite frequent. They're very generous. They're very generous. Nikki, Nikki is trying to stir up troubles. Nikki says, Yogi, so what's your next new start? Oh, Nikki, do you must? Well, I don't know when, but I'm thinking I kind of know which the next one is, but I don't know when though, because at the moment I've got Gecko Rouge, epic project, and also traveling library. Don't know when I'm going to start, but my next start, maybe. Shall I show you the mock-up? Okay, this is my Kim Jacobs, okay? But, dear, oh dear. I think my next start, at this point, unless there's something coming up, okay, guys, are you ready? I think my next start, whenever that is, maybe, this, Nikki. When we had our deal with the 6 portals, originally me and Nikki, we made a deal. We're going to do 6 panels, 6 portals together. And then Nikki's going to do this one with me. Doesn't have to be max colors, but supersize. This one is supersize, max colors. Okay, this is my first supersize project. And it's absolutely beautiful. Just look at this. It's called Sleep Time by Ciro Marchetti. Okay, and it's my first supersize, so I don't know when that is. But then I chickened out with the 6 portals because the prices I just couldn't justify doing it. And also probably because I didn't love it that much. If I love the 6 portals as much as this one, I'll probably find a way to do it. Maybe buy 1 panel at a time or something like that. But I'm just not super in love with that project, with that pattern. So I'm guessing Nikki is not doing this one either. Are you, Nikki? Or are you going to honor your end? Single-sided side of the bargain there. Yes, Abney says, Nikki, yogi is a breaking point. Exactly. Abney may not like cats, and she might crop off, whatever furry animals. But she's got compassion for yogi when it comes to new starts. Okay, so there you go. Exactly. So I don't know, Nikki, but I'm thinking if I'm starting, and provided there's no other more pressing, like a new drops of patterns that I just, really dying to do, then this might be my next one. All right. So I don't know when, I have to emphasize. Maria says, hey, to put out some free Halloween patterns on the group. Yes, if you're part of Heaven and Earth groups, Facebook group, then they seem to give out free patterns a lot, which is very nice. I'm not part of the group because essentially I really only use Facebook for our group. Prior to that, I wasn't even using Facebook at all. To be honest, I have limited bandwidth, so I don't want to, get too much in my feed. So I'm very happy just, focus on our group here. But yeah, I know a lot of you are probably part of their group, so you would get the free pattern. Nikki, see, Abney, that's the difference between you and Nikki, okay? Nikki's husband is chasing turkeys and stuff like that, hunting turkeys. And Nikki has no empathy for yogi, whereas Abney does, okay? Nikki's like saying, is she? I can't tell. Can you not see my hand trembling every live stream? Just trying to put like another 60, stitches in. as much as I can. Try to break my record. Keep my head above water, above like 60 stitch mark. So, I don't become super slow stitching yogi. 3371, this just one stitch as well. Let me see. Okay, at least this one I can park. 3371. Oh, Nikki has no mercy. What yogi? And Happily says, let's keep throwing new starter at her and watch her having a meltdown. Anthony, I just said you have empathy and a compassionate person, even though you crop out kitties, okay? Now I have to revise my comments there. Both of you are cold-hearted and, have no compassion for Yogi here. Oh, whoa, it's got a different method when it comes to losing scissors. Woo says, I wear a lanyard round my neck and attach my scissors to it. Just make sure you don't stab yourself. When you have a pair of scissors, these are really sharp, really pointy ones. And, got to be careful. And see you later, Lakika. Enjoy the rest of your day. 1, 2, 1, 2. So 3 from about 1, 2, 3. Single stitches are actually quite tricky to count, because if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Clearly. And Chelsea is asking how Saga compared to markup. Guys, what do you think then? I have certain view about markup. You probably heard it before, but I want to hear your views. Those of you who have used markup. So markup RXP is a markup app as well. It's compatible to both. Let me undo this one. Both iOS and Apple as well. So it's kind of, some people choose to use it if they're Apple person. They don't want to invest and they don't have access to Android devices. And I have, a subscription. I probably still do. It's not running out till Christmas, I think. But I don't use it anymore. So I'll see what chat says, and I'll let you know what I think. So let me mark this one here. I love the fact that you can mark part threads even with the highlight box on. Even though it's locking everything else away, you can't mark the stitches, but you can park still, which makes, the whole thing a lot more flexible. 3, 7, 2, 1, a lot of one stitches, like a single stitches. Ooh, 3, 7, 2, 1, but I'm glad to do it first rather than having to go back and find it. 3, 7, 2, 1. 3, 7, 2, 1. And I know some people like markup, so, everyone has slightly different experience. Joyce has, Joyce has expressed her view here. There you go. Is that helpful? Joyce says, Saga, thumbs up, markup, thumbs down. Very clear. With a few words and a couple of emojis. Very effective. There you go. And, hey, do we have a new joiner here? Pascal Bogart says, hello, everyone. welcome. Welcome to the chat. A new joiner here. Trying to catch up. Oh, Nikki says, Yogi, I've got my capture card and dummy battery. Getting my camera stand today. Nikki, yes, and I've been meaning to send you my setup, but if you get it set up, because if you need camera arms, because it's always tricky to have that top-down view, let me know if you still need any sort of ideas for your equipment. But if you got it sorted, so Nikki's been sort of busy sorting out her setup there for her live stream. Because originally, you know, the last time we did a 10-hour marathon, originally we were going to do it together for a relay marathon. And then Nikki, I can't remember what happened. Nikki was going away with her husband, okay, chasing turkey. So now Nikki's back and getting her setup ready. We might, who knows, we might have another M event coming up. Amazing, Nikki. Yes, we might do a relay marathon, the M word. I know, so much fun, isn't it? 3 zeros. Oh, hang on. 3721. And I'm just looking for views on markup. Who else has done markup and saga? Oh, Roxy. Okay, Roxy is saying, I don't agree with the yearly fee. Roxy, that's a very good, interesting point. So generally, because for instance, I have other software or apps that I subscribe to, but normally if you subscribe to an app or if you have a subscription for your product, your app, the intention is you provide constant improvement. You provide constant update. And so, you know, it justifies people paying a yearly subscription, you know, basically paying for the app ongoing. But the issue with markup is they're charging for the subscription fee, but they're not really, I would say, I'm being slightly harsh there. They're not really holding up to their end of the bargain, if you know what I mean. They keep charging you, which they're allowed to do that, but I have not seen any improvement for maybe close to 2 years I've been using the app. I have not seen even just basic improvement. So, but every year, you can't even pay by month. You have to pay out for a year. I think a year, I can't remember how much they charge you for, maybe about £12 or £15, something like that. It's not a huge amount of money, but you are paying for an app essentially static. Maybe minor bug fixes, but in terms of just basic improvement, I know I was going to wait till the end to give my opinion, but it's coming out. But Roxy, I agree with you. I don't think the problem is the annual fee. It's just that they have not provided enough value for it. So Roxy, I think I know where you're coming from. So let me see if anybody else has got sort of views on markup. So I think markup itself, first of all, twofold. So the payment system, the method is one issue, but it's not an issue if it's a very, very good app. And it's constant, moving forward. But even as a static payment, like single payment, like Pattern Keeper, good example, right? It's the fact that they maybe not constant improvement, but they have made enough improvement to justify the one-off payment. It's a very, it's got its flaws, but it's a pretty good app overall. But the problem with markup is they're not even meeting the basic requirement of a decent app. The performance is very clunky. The way they process PDF, which is the whole point of having PDF. If you look at Pattern Keeper, everything's crisp when you zoom in and zoom out. For some reason, even with PDF import from heaven and earth, they look blurry and sluggish. So we're talking about bare minimum of a product, and you're charging ongoing fee. I have issues with that. So even as a one-off product, I would not buy it. I'll be totally, brutally honest with you. I don't think it's worth the money, even if it was one-off. So, but it's for you to decide. There's a free version that you can use without paying. So that's good news. You can try it. And if you're happy with the performance, you can decide whether you want to, upgrade. But personally, I'm kind of, walking away from it. So, River says, I purchased markup, tried it, immediately got refund. Oh, got a refund. It's ridiculous. Sworn by Pattern Keeper, but was getting bored with it. Try Saga, never looked back. Yes, I agree. Because prior to trying Saga, I was very happy with Pattern Keeper as well. It's very simple. It's doing sort of, dealing with the fundamental sort of bread and butter actions pretty well. The tapping, different modes is a little bit of a problem, but other than that, if you get used to it, it's fully usable. Okay, Saga is not really doing that great, I don't think. 3031, and it's important to talk about these things because we're paying money for it, and the developers need to know what the users think, and maybe it would drive them to improve. It's not fair to charge people money when you're not doing the work. Sorry about that, markup. That's my opinion as a customer. I was paying them subscription because I had printed patterns that I imported in order to, do the marking digitally. So I was a little bit stuck, but now I have a digital version of the pattern. I'm saying goodbye to them instantly. 3031. So I don't know how long they're going to be around doing this because words are going to spread, and unless they get their act together, I don't think they're going to last that long. I really don't. I just don't think they're even meeting the basic standard of any modern app. They're just not. So Alison says, I do prefer Saga, but as I'm on Android, I'm reluctant to let my markup lapse in case Google do not reinstate Saga rights. I also have paper patterns loaded into markup. Yes, if you have paper patterns, you're a little bit stuck. I was there as well. I was purely using markups for my paper import, and I didn't want to start working on, paper patterns. So yes, that was the only reason I stuck with markup for that long. But even though I was paying for the subscription, I wasn't happy So it doesn't mean if I was using it, I'm happy with it. I wasn't at all. So I was having a lot of resentment every time I think about it. Yes. I just feel like, it's not just about the money they charge. It's about them just not really doing what they should be doing as developers or as a I don't know, as a company or whatever it is. And Chloe says, I'm an Android person, so I use Pattern Keeper and fairly happy with it, although I do wish I could use little highlighted areas like here on Saga. Chloe, that was the reason, my initial attraction to try Saga, because I saw this lady who I don't know her name, but the channel name was Stitching Masterpieces. Okay, she's from Russia, and she was using this strange looking app I'd never seen before, because as far as I know, everybody was using Pattern Keeper and some people were using markup, and I didn't know what Saga was. Let me just find my thread first. 318, and so I looked into it, and but I didn't go very far because of the conversion issue. I just thought, oh, that's too fiddly. So I parked it. And then I'm glad I gave it a second chance. And I have to thank Needlebug for it, because Needlebug helped me quite a lot. She was using it and had a tutorial, I think maybe tutorial, or maybe I saw something, whichever way. And Needlebug got in touch, came to the chat on this channel and start talking about Saga. So I thought, well, I would be interested in using it, but I didn't know how to get around the conversion, and she helped me with it. And so I got to try Saga and realized that it can do so much more. But my initial attraction was the highlighting box, because you can't really do that with Pattern Keeper, and you can do it with limited capacity with markup. You can do it page by page, but not anything, smaller. 2, 3, 4. So, but as I use Saga regularly, I'm learning so much more from you guys as well, because I realize you can do so much more than just a highlighting box. But that's kind of, what am I doing something wrong? What have I done wrong? Oh, I didn't mark that one, did I? Is that why? Hang on, is that because because I see that funny reaction? Is it this one I haven't marked? Is that, if so, give me a thumbs up. And oh dear, because alarm bell, this is our alarm system. If I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, then the weird reaction face will come up. Is it this one? Are you talking about this? I didn't mark this one. Oh dear. So I discover a problem of keeping the highlight box on, because, is that correct? Have I fixed it? Hey, Darby Johnson, hello, welcome. Sorry, I was panicking for a moment there. Oh, and Dolly. We have a new joiner here, Dolly Naden. Not Dolly Parton. Sorry. Finally able to see a live. Hi from Illinois. It's 4:19 p.m. Dolly. You and my cat, little Dolly, have something in common there. So, I already have soft spot for you. We've just met. Dolly, welcome. Do you want to meet my Dolly? Dolly, meet Dolly. And this is my little cat called Dolly. Okay. Yes. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, there's more? What? What have I done wrong? Guys, do not scare me right here. What have I done wrong? I've just done these 2 stitches, okay? Beautiful. And 1 down and part there. No? What is wrong? Your black stitch is wrong. Which one? This one. Oh, you mean that one? Okay. Yes, I noticed that when I, when I was stitching this one. I was trying to pretend it didn't happen. It wasn't there. I think this one I probably did earlier on. Have I? Yes, it's incorrect. But guys, Nikki, can you bring on the pink frog? Pink frog is the compassionate frog, okay? The pink frog does not judge me. Okay, pink frog is like saying, yes, you've done, you stitched in the wrong spot, but I forgive you. I'll just leave it there. You can fudge it. Guys, please bring on the pink frog for Yogi, okay? I need compassion tonight. You know, Ebony and Nikki is trying to get me to do another new start every 5 hours. And yes, thank you, Sarah. Oh, River, thank you so much. Yes, Nikki says easy to fix. No, I don't think so. It's there. Can we just leave it there? I think I had the pink frogs permission. No green frog, no green frog. Kristen, put it away. Pink frog, yes. Bring on the harmony. Nikki. Nikki. Yes, yeah. Can I just leave it here? I think it's gonna blend in, okay, guys? Yes, I think I have a pink frog's permission. Yes, thank you, guys. Anna, thank you. Yes, I think there are more pink ones than green, so we win, okay, guys. Yes, so the stitch is going to stay there, okay, and I'll fudge it and blend it in when I get there. It will happen. River is undecisive. Okay, yes. Oh, River. Yes, Grace. Yes, Grace is on my side. The side of compassion and love and harmony. Yes, that's where we are. Thank you. Yes, more pink wins. Yes, pink frog wins. And Nikki says you have to use the same color for above. I don't know. Let me check what color that is then. It's quite dark. Look. So the spade of heart is the stitch in question. And the color above and below, they're quite dark. It's going to blend in. Nikki. Don't worry. You know, Yogi's not good with many things, but fudging, I'm pretty good, okay? I will fudge like I never fudged before, all right? Watch and learn when it comes to fudging. we probably need a fudge emoji somewhere there. Okay, so highlight box back on, all right? Peace restored for now. Until the next time. Ah, the harmony frog. Yeah, thank you guys. You're on my side. And all right then. Next one, I've done this one. And alrighty. Let me double check this one. Okay, good. 3, 7, 8, 4. Moving forward like it never happened, okay? Susan, Kim Jacob is probably crying right now. Kim will be fine. You know, if you look at Kim's work, she's peaceful and harmonious. She's gonna go, it's okay, you know, I might cry a little bit, but the pink frog is giving Yogi permission to fudge. Okay, for one stitch. And Kim will be fine. Kim will be fine. Kim will wipe the tears and move forward and smile again. Okay, like we will do now. We'll do now. 3787. Moving forward. Change the subject quickly. 3787. 3787. Oh, amazing. Okay, I've got it here. Oh, Sarah is right. Chocolate time. Yes, do you think, guys, is it chocolate time? Yes, Sarah. Okay, I have a command coming from through the captain of the Alien Club, and you know, basically, I'm following the order here. I'm going to have some chocolate. Okay, guys, here's chocolate time. All right then. What chocolate shall I be having tonight? I have my regular. 2 different ones. I've got my buttons as well. Where are my buttons? Buttons, where are you? I have, oh, did I put it somewhere else? But, you know, I've got these 2. I've got these 2. Chocolate time. I'm following orders. Our captain, Alien, is saying, Yogi, you need some chocolate. Hippie, Happy Hippie, or Fitzroy's, which is plain chocolate, okay? Should we go for Happy Hippie then? Hippie Happy, Happy Hippie? Orange and geranium. How's that? Right? Good? 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 This one? Yes. I'm making executive decision to go for Happy Hippie. And, oh, Janelle is here joining us. Great. Join the chocolate time. Chocolate, a block and a half. Okay. It looks like, oh, it looks like the tombstone on the Halloween piece. You know, that panel on the right there, it looks like this. Rest in peace. Okay, so here we go. Lovely. Hippie, Happy Hippie. Yes, yes. We like Happy Hippie. And I have some tea and coffee here. Well, chocolate as well. Let me have some peppermint tea. I'll be talking with chocolate in my mouth. And if you have chocolate, if you have snacks, bring it on. Let me know what you're snacking. Oh, lovely tea here. River says you need a chocolate emoji and a coffee one. Yes, we do. We do. I think the chocolate one has been suggested yesterday. Can add a coffee. It's a drink, official drinks of and snack for the channel. Oh, lovely. So nice. Any power drinks, power snacks? Sarah, yes. Oh, yes. Pink frog is fudge. Green frog is frog. Yes. Compassionate pink frog is allowing fudging. Okay. All right. Very nice. Chocolate time. It's ongoing. Okay. I'm going to have a few pieces here as I'm stitching. Cat's Craft Corner says hot apple cider. Hot apple cider. As in hot apple cider hot. I have to read it back. Hello, cats. You mean apple cider hot? That doesn't sound very appetizing, I have to say. Yeah, apple cider is very, very sweet if you've never had it before. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's very, very sweet. And have it hot. It's like drinking warm syrup. No? Nikki's having peanut butter Oreos. Is there a peanut butter version? I didn't know. It's normally this white sugary frosting thing, isn't it? I didn't know it's a peanut butter version. And do you guys know, Oreos is actually vegan. Oreos actually does not use any dairy It just happened to be vegan, not that they're trying to be vegan. I found that out when I turned vegan. You got a stressing snacking. I know, it's like comfort eating, stress eating. Sarah VM says, I like hot apple cider. Is that a thing? Hot apple cider, is that the same apple cider we're talking about? Like fizzy apple boozy drink? Is that what we're talking about? Is that something else? Because I've never heard of people warming up apple cider. They normally come cold in the bottle. A lot of single stitches. Outrageous for this blog. It's crazy. I've done at least 5 single stitches here. But this one at least, oh, hang on. This one I can park. It's parkable. Here we go. Is it locked? Yeah, it's good. And this one. All right then. Wow, everybody's loving hot apple spice apple cider. I have a feeling we're talking about different things here, because apple cider here is kind of slightly questionable sort of alcoholic drink here that comes in the bottle and is fizzy. I don't think we're talking about the same thing. Kat says it's super cozy. Need to make sure there's cinnamon. Is it alcoholic? If not, we're talking about different things. Are you talking about apple drinks? Because apple cider that I know is a kind of alcoholic drink, kind of sweet beer, if that's the way I can describe it. I'm not a beer drinker at all. In fact, I'm not even a drinker at all nowadays. Let me take another piece of the happy hippie here. I'm on a roll here. Cheers, everyone. I have a feeling you're talking about different things. River says, I'm having water, working on my seascape. Very nice. And Kat says, I used to work at a factory that make peanut butter Oreos. I didn't even know there's a peanut butter version. I don't think I've ever seen it. Not in the UK. Maybe they're around, but I've never seen it. Okay, 2 stitches. How nice. 779. 779. 779. At least 2, and I can park. Things are looking up. Oh, hang on. What is it? This is slightly exotic for me, okay? Claudia is saying, I'm having my last bit of churros, fried pork skin belly. Oh, like, what is it called? Pork rind. So the opposite of vegan, slightly opposite. Oh, right. I've never seen it. I think it's called pork rind over here, or pork scratch. Yes, that's what it is. Not really a familiar food for me, but It's fair enough, fair enough. And Kat says not fizz, so we're talking about different things. Is it alcoholic? Is it boozy? So over here it's kind of fizzy apple drink. That's it's got alcohol in it. I think you're talking about something else. Right, I'm gonna park over here. Let me mark that. All right. I'll probably try to stick with the border so I don't create issues with marking stitches. I'm going to keep the box on. 414, 414. Sarah says warm apple cider is good on cold autumn days. I think you're probably talking about more like, like the wine that people drink. What is it called for around Christmas? What's that, mulled wine? Is that mulled wine-ish, but with apple, like fermented apple drinks? Then that's a totally different thing than the apple cider that I know. I mean, Ebony can verify that, right? And Susan as well. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Two stitches. Hey, Becky. Welcome. Wow, everybody loves apples, warm apple cider. Nikki says sparkling apple cider. Yes, that's the apple cider I know. And Chelsea says apple cider in the US isn't fizzy. Then it's probably a different thing we're talking about. Because apple cider here can really give you a headache. It's sickly sweet. Not alcoholic. Oh, so we're talking about something totally different. Totally different here. If it's not alcoholic. Apple cider here is, I think it's about 5%. Maybe slightly higher than regular beer. Oh, it can be, Marilyn says. It can be alcoholic. Let me get the next one. 645. 645. Roxy says, I've apple cider in the fridge right now. They sell it by the gallon right now. So it's pre-made and you can warm it up yourself. Is that correct? Wow, I've never seen that. It's different, I think. Becky says apple cider is not alcoholic drink in the US. It's more like a juice that's sweet and tart. So it's like apple juice, maybe slightly fermented, right? You have to make it a cider. It's probably slightly fermented. So it's apple juice, really. I can imagine that's probably quite nice. Oh, me park it down here. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it's the apple juice. Susan says there's some ciders which can be quite tart. Isn't it always alcoholic when it comes to cider? I'm not well versed in the cider world. And Chelsea says apple cider is less sweet, spice juice. Yeah, I can see that. Apple works quite well with spices. I can see that happening. So it sounds a little bit nicer than the cider, I know. Don't ask me why. You know, when particularly if you're students, ciders are kind of the drink of the choice, because a lot of people in college, they actually not very, you know, maybe not liking beer's taste because it's quite bitter, but they want to blend in. They want to drink a little bit of alcohol. So they pick cider, but it's so sickly sweet. I still remember the taste just by mentioning of the name. It gives me headache. 452. It's like, you know, beginner's drink if you start drinking booze. 452. 452. And Michelle says it's great if you add rum to it. Oh, to the cider and make it a grown-up drink. And Kathy says here in the States you can get fresh pressed apple. It's gone. Fresh pressed apple cider from the orchard of a farm. So delicious, hot or cold. But what makes a cider? I thought cider has to be slightly fermented to be cider. Or maybe I'm not correct with that. Albany says apple juice is usually served at breakfast. Yeah, it's kind of a breakfast thingy, like orange juice, apple juice. But if you're talking about ciders, it's a different story. Chloe says cider in the UK is alcoholic. Cider in the US and Canada apparently just unfiltered, unsweetened juice. That sounds nice, because a lot of juice that comes with loaded with sugar, and it would be nice to have just juice, right? And Grace Hoston says, growing up in Michigan, I would go to cider mill in the fall time to for fresh apple cider and donuts. Wow, what a combo. Sounds nice, you know, like nice apple juice and donuts. Can't go wrong with that. 3858. 3858. It's a brown. You know, it's like orange juice over here as well, probably in the States as well. It's basically just syrup, you know, like orange taste syrup. Somebody says, imagine cider for breakfast. Oh dear. I don't want to imagine that happening. Yes, even dry ciders is also sweet. Absolutely. It's just basically just, I don't know, just sweet alcoholic drink. If you don't want to drink beers, because it's bitter, right? It's for grown-ups. And this is only 3 stitches, so I'm going to end with the boomerang. Boomerang time. Lovely jubbly. So there's 3 stitches. And Kathy says farmers would take apples, they're bruised, and put them in a press. Pressed will squeeze out the juice, and you have thicker beverage than apple juice. Oh, I can see that. A little bit of a pulp in the juice as well. The juice is put into jugs and sold. Yes, fundamental. So basically, cider can be just apple juice, really. So what makes cider cider? I wonder. I do love apple cider vinegar, so. Oh, River, definitely a member of Alien Club here. River says, I have 1100 on my seascape today, but just want to get back to my gnome. So River is not done yet, okay? Stay tuned, everyone. And Turtle Stitches, Heather says, orange juice in the US is usually juice of oranges, often with bits of pulp floating to ensure it's authentic. Well, over here as well, but a lot of sugar as well, if you look at ingredients. So it's not just juice. 317. And preservative as well, because, you know, they have to keep it in a bottle or a carton for a long time. But I have tried to squeeze orange juice myself. Oh my goodness, how many oranges do you need to make a cup, a glass? It's shocking. You need like 6 of them. But if I eat oranges, I can eat one. You know, if you just eat oranges straight. But you probably need 6 of them to make a glass. Yes, Heather says most oranges consumed in the US is grown in Florida. Yes, it's known for Florida, isn't it? It's known for oranges, isn't it? Yes. And then I'm going to part this one down here. 1, 2, 3. Here. All right. Slow stitching at its best today. Watch and learn, everyone. Yes. Here we go. Oh, 4 stitches. Things are looking up. 154. Abney says, that's turn yogi. I lost a lot of weight over the last couple of years, and I stayed away from blended fruits. For that reason, you can consume so much more than it's in the drinks. Yes, I know. Yes, and also when you eat oranges straight, directly, you're taking in a lot of fiber as well, which helps the sugar for slow releasing. But if you drink juice, even without added sugar, it goes straight to your liver because that's where the sugar goes. So yeah, juice, maybe have sparingly, because a lot of, even fruit juice, even fruit sugar is sugar. So one, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm literally counting it. Yes. Oh, thank you. I think that's correct. Okay, so this is the stitch in question. So instead, the next stitch is supposed to go on where the black stitch is. So instead, I'm going to go up. So they swap location, right? You can't tell, guys. This is fudging at its best, all right? Watch and learn. There you go. Oh, I covered my crime scene here. I'm so happy. Part down here to the next block. Oh, you can't see it. No trace. Perfect crime here. What? Nikki says they also let a percentage of maggots during the process before it's unacceptable. What are we talking about? Have I missed something? Why are we talking about maggots? Nikki? I don't know what Nikki's all about. Nikki says orange juice made in factory, they also allow a certain amount of other bugs in processed food like cereal. Do you mean they just blend all the bugs in? And well, I suppose if you make orange juice, right, and such a large quantity, there's got to be, some other creatures blended in, whatever that is. Oh, that's a nice thought, isn't it? That's a beautiful thought next time you drink your orange juice. And Heather says, growing up, my grandmother had half a dozen of orange trees in her backyard. Freshly squeezed orange juice was not a treat. It was something that we were forced to drink all the time. Oh, right, because the grandmom had oranges there, so grandkids have to drink orange juice. But that's nice though. At least you have a normal, sort of natural orange juice rather than something that's out of a carton, you know. 3,740. $3,740. Joy says, so orange juice is not vegan. I think you are correct, you know. If bugs can be, you know, inside your orange juice or whatever juice, it's not vegan really. So that's out of the menu for me. Joyce. No more orange juice. Well, unless I squeeze it myself. So Nikki, you have single-handedly destroyed the orange juice industry. Well done, Nikki. I'm going to be receiving complaint letters in a bit. Nikki says they call it natural defects. Serious? Have you just made it up? If you made it up, well done. But is that what they call it? It's like, you know, collateral damage. It's a friendly fire. That type of things. It's just part of the deal. No problem. Nikki, you just ruined the orange juice for everyone here. No one can ever drink orange juice again. Whoops. And one more at the back. One, two. Very nice. Roxy says bugs are pure protein. Yes, that's right. I remember seeing this film. I can't remember what it was called. It was kind of apocalyptic of sci-fi, and is where, you know, we're in the future time, and everybody was eating kind of bug insect cakes or biscuits. It's basically just a lot of insects pressed together, turned into biscuits, because there's no other foods available. It's a, you know, apocalypse. And yeah, really nice. That's the future. And Claudia says it's the same for the food packaging as well. There's a certain tolerance for bugs, rodent activity. That's nicely put, activity. Even in places that are rated, audited for food specific packaging. Well, I think there's a difference between something that's going to be harmful for the body versus bugs. It depends on whether they see that as, because, you know, nothing's going to happen to you probably if you have, you know, if you happen to eat some bugs, versus something that's toxic. So maybe that's why it's tolerated, because it's probably impossible for them to, you know, eliminate sort of bugs or whatever it is. So they have to create, you know, that leeway for the food industry. Otherwise, they probably get sued all the time. 413. 413. Susan is asking, Yogi, did you start a sprint? I did. Susan, you were here in the beginning, you know. Yes, I did. Okay. But even if not, it will be captured on the calendar anyway, because, you know, it's like the fresh day. I hadn't worked on this one for a little while. I mean, it's not so bad in the at this time of the year, but in the summer, sometimes, you know, because my main mode of transportation is bicycle. I bicycle everywhere, and sometimes in the really windy days, particularly in the summer, sometimes bugs do kind of, if you don't keep your mouth closed, sometimes the bugs do fly into your mouth. Tiny ones, not like huge, not cockroaches or anything. But as you're cycling, sometimes they're kind of just summer bugs. I don't know what they are, tiny ones. And sometimes you can feel it, like, you know, around your lips. And if you lick it, you have some protein, you know. And sometimes I go, well, really? I'm supposed to be vegan, you know, and I'm not supposed to be eating bugs. But that happens sometimes, not that frequently. Luckily, I try to cycle with my mouth closed as much as I can. Here we go. Ooh, 5 stitches. Very nice. Oh, but hang on. But today, I'm kind of making it easy for you, and am I not? Forget my stitches. My goodness, everybody's gonna get exactly how many stitches I've done today. It will be very easy to calculate. Oh dear, I need to make it hard. But then again, I've got some stitches outside the box, so you know it's gonna make it hard for you. Oh, it's gonna be too easy otherwise. Roxy says tons of bugs and rats in the apocalypse. I know. 844. But if you think about it, you know, because people are grossed out by insects and stuff like that. And some countries, some cultures, they actually consume locusts quite normally, and ants, probably in Africa and stuff like that, in some parts of Asia. But if you think about it, if you think about prawns and crabs, essentially, they look like giant bugs, are they not? Particularly, I think there are 2 stitches missing here. That's not captured on the app. Oh, I have to fix that, okay? No one noticed, but I volunteer, I confess myself. I think these 2 need to be removed. I don't think they're there, right? Look at this. These 2. For some reason, I missed them. It's okay. I will fix them. But for now, I want to do this one first. Okay. If you think about prawns and a lot of sea creatures, that's why we ban the seafood stitching, okay? For the safety of everyone. But Oh dear, what shall I do? I think there's another one missing there. Shall I fudge it and just stitch over it? It's a little bit dark, this one. Okay, I won't then. If you think about prawns, how are they different from cockroaches? You tell me. All right? Just a thought. Just a thought. If I single-handedly destroy the seafood industry as well, if you think about the belly of a prawn with shell on, you know, that's not a sight you want to look at that frequently. Oh dear, it's all tangled. It's revenge of the prawns. Oh, I made a little mess here. I don't know what's going on. I tried to do a boomerang and it just backfired. Let me just... Dear, oh dear. Let me try again. 99 Joys. Joy's just reached 10% marked of this piece. My goodness. And good night. It's midnight over there in the Joy's land. And don't dream about prawns and stuff like that, okay? Dream about a pink frog. Pink frog. Harmony. Harmony. And Sarah VM as well. Have a great time. Oh, Maddie. Maddie says yogi! Exclamation mark 5 times. Been a while. I'm sick, so I haven't been stitching lately, but I'm pleased to be here today. Maddie, I hope you're all right. And, you know, you're going to feel so much better just being here, Maddie. And just relax. And very good to see you. And Claudia says, I intend to be vegan in the apocalypse. You're going to have no food to eat. I already can't eat shrimp crabs because how they look. I grew up vegetarian, so I'm prepared. I know, because it's just matter. I highlighted that because I think it's just matter of just it's not totally rational, is it? Because if you think, you know, like insects and stuff, they look gross, but then they turn around and eat some prawns and crabs with no difficulty. That doesn't make sense because they look very, very similar. I think I'm making it worse. All right, let me try again with this one. Have I done this one then? No, I haven't. 1, 2. I have 1 stitch here. No, I haven't done it. 844. 844. Let me try again. River says, well, a comparison. Yeah, I mean, they are very, very similar, particularly if you look at prawns' belly. You know, I know a lot of times when you eat prawns, they're already skin removed. But if you look at normal prawns and the belly of the cockroaches, they're not that different. I think they probably all evolved from similar things. And just one turned into a bug and the other one turned into seafood. Nikki, this is why we banned seafood, okay? To protect the community. So this one's better. I've done a loop start. Guys, for those of you who are regularly using boomerang, okay, for some reason, when I end a thread with boomerang, it works pretty well, 9 times out of 10. But when I try to start with boomerang, it gets tangled sometimes, like just what just happened now. And if it happened enough times to make me wonder what I'm doing differently, I'm applying the exact same method, but to start. So the only difference is I do not cut off the thread, but for some reason you just get tangled quite a lot. I have no idea what's happening. 3041, 3041. It's exactly the same method. Nikki, too much information, Nikki. Abney says, Yogi, have you always been a vegan? No, trying to think. I became vegetarian first. I think maybe back in, I'm trying to think, 2008, quite a while back. And then I was vegetarian for probably up until 2011. That's when I turned vegan. So I was vegetarian for a little bit before I was vegan. But prior to that, I was just normal, eating everything person. Roxy says, I have a way to defer from this to another controversial food topic. Oh, I see trouble. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? Roxy, were you here when we talked about Hawaiian pizza, pineapple pizza? Oh dear. Roxy is trying to stir up controversy. Yes. We've talked about pineapple pizza. Oh dear. I know. Irene says, spooky bingo with 3041. This one I'm stitching. Amazing. Irene, congratulations with the spooky bingo. The first one today. See, now I'm doing a boomerang to finish. I would think it would go quite well. But starting with boomerang, somehow, it just doesn't like it. It doesn't make sense. Okay, now it's matching here. 3041. It's a no. It's a nay. For pineapple pizza. Hey, little Dolly is here. Hello, babe. Hello, Dolly. Honey. Dolly time, okay. Just flash little Dolly here for a few seconds here to celebrate Dolly. She just walked in and meowed like really pitifully and then started to walk out. Honey, what's up? All right, she just wants a little bit of attention. Just to know that I haven't forgotten her. Nah. So mostly no. And Michelle says, I'm having trouble with boomerang also. I was going to ask you about it. It seems like my tension gets off It's very rugged looking suggestions. Yes, it's more hit than miss when I finish it. Sometimes it could look like a little bit bumpy, you know. Sometimes I'll do a really ugly boomerang, but most of the times it seems to be okay when I finish it. But when I'm starting it, for some reason it doesn't like it. It's exactly the same stitch. So Sarah says, I like pineapple on my teriyaki chicken. That's a bit different though, because pineapple does have a place in cuisine, you know, like savory dishes. It's not that uncommon, but on pizza? All right, all right. Yes, Dolly. Yes, I think there are dishes out there that are kind of combining savory and sweets. But yes, but pineapple is slightly, you know, on pizza and with cheese as well. I think that's the main problem. Because if you just have savory dishes with pineapple in it, which is probably not that unusual, depends on which cuisine that you're looking at. But to have pineapple with cheese, that is, yeah, that I have slight issue with that. Something about it just doesn't go together. Cheese and pineapple. 3799. 3799. And also why? Who came up with it? I know it's called Hawaiian pizza, but is it coming from Hawaii? Really? Or, you know, they're being falsely accused of coming up with this pizza. How people in Hawaii is like going, hey, nothing to do with us. Never heard of it. And Nikki says for the boomerang, it's depending on if your square is vertical or horizontal. You can either need to go up or to the side. So Nikki is referring to the slip. That can sometimes happens. I mean, with this fabric, seems to be okay, but with even weave, you need to watch out. Because this one is, I think it's 20 or 22. It's not an even weave, so it doesn't seem to happen. But with 25 counts, it does happen from time to time. Let me park over to the right. Why not? Irene says, do you have a brand recommendation in regards to peppermint tea? So the only peppermint tea I drink every day is from Tea Pigs. Tea and pigs, as in the animal. So I think it's a UK brand. I think. I'm not too sure, but I think they're probably being sold in other countries as well. So it depends on where you are, Irene. But the reason I love it is a lot of times herbal teas, particularly peppermint tea, you have to be very mindful. Quite a lot of peppermint teas, they add a lot of flavors, sort of colorings and artificial flavors to make it taste more peppermint. And if I come across those brands, I get headaches. any artificial colorings or flavors, my body just knows and I don't feel well. So I'm very careful. And Teapigs is a very, very safe brand to go for because it's just pure tea leaves. That's it. So go for tea. Puka is a very good one as well. But Puka's peppermint tea, I don't think, maybe I have tried it, but I just love Teapigs so much that I just stick with Teapigs. It's just really, really pure. So that would be my top recommendation. Heather says spam with or without pineapple is practically the Hawaiian national dish. Yes, I don't think I ever had spam. It's coming out of a tin, isn't it? But I wonder why that is a national dish for Hawaii. Something coming out of a tin. Is there a sort of origin for that? I wonder. 934, the last color of this block. My goodness. 934. This is what I love about minimum to max, because the final stitches, it's all the same color. 934. 934. Hey, Live with Natty is here. Welcome. Roxy says, I imagine some person had a bunch of pineapple for some reason and thought, hey, if I put this on my pizza. Well, it's possible because that's how, food evolves, like dishes and stuff. Sometimes you just either out of mistakes, they mistakenly add something to something else and happen to taste good, or they just go, well, we have a lot of this, and how can we use this, whatever ingredients that is, to something. So you could be right. A lot of times that's how food evolves, and someone just put pineapple on cheese for whatever reason and go, hey, this tastes like Hawaii, whatever Hawaii tastes like. And then the rest is history. Oh, Life with 90 says, this is the first time I've seen you doing 10 stitch. Oh, right. Yes, I think for a while, I think maybe back in the summer, I was doing a lot of 10 stitch projects. And then I kind of had the newfound joy doing full 10 stitch, full cross. So I've been doing quite a lot of full cross recently. You're quite right. But, now and then I come back to 10 stitches. And it's good fun. I only started 10 stitching from this year, really. Because prior to that, I kind of thought, well, it's like only half a stitch, isn't it? Which it is. But, yes, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And it creates slightly different effects, which I like. And let me have a look. I'm going to park here. Ooh, one block done. Okay. Very nice. Very nice here. Let me park this one here. Very nice. Claudia says the history of span is really interesting. It tied up with the shipping to the distant territories during World War II. Basically, there was just a lot around and they made the most of it. That's precisely what we're just talking about. A lot of times, food culture evolve because they just happen to have a lot of something. And also circumstances. I was thinking, as I was asking the question about spam, I was thinking maybe something to do with the war, because tin food is very much war food, isn't it? Wartime food for soldiers and things. And yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They just had a lot of it. So they turned into, you know, dishes. Absolutely. And Heather says, regarding the fabric, so the fabrics are woven differently. Ada is woven with multiple interlocking threads. Yes, I learned that from you guys. And form little blocks. Even weave is plain weave. Yes, very well explained. Yes. I had no idea, because for me, they were just fabrics of different counts. And I learned this is 20 count and 22 is a separate category. It's called, help me guys, is hardanger. So it's I don't know what the technical definition would be, for 20 and 22, because Ada is only going up to, I think, 20. So 18 might be the last Ada. Or am I correct? Because this one is not Ada, I've been told, technically. And then 25 onwards is mostly even weave. So that's... Yes, they don't make it easy. They don't make it easy. And Roxy Wild says even weave is the higher count, 25, 28, 32, 36. Ada is typically 11, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So 20 is still Ada, or is it hardanger? I think I butchered that pronunciation, but don't mind me. Yes, I'm learning so much, because... you know, I probably, you know, I just presume, you know, everything is Ada or something. Turtle Stitcher 103. So Heather and me, who is going to complete more stitches today? It's a competition. Oh, but then again, there's subtle clue here. So, you know, Heather, you might want to put in a few more stitches, you know, if you want to be in the competition. Gray says, did you say tea pigs? If so, it's on Amazon. 15 counts for 11 and 85 dollar. Well, 85 cent. I think it's US dollar. Yes, tea pigs. So I'm glad it's being sold in the US as well. That's good, because their teas are excellent, top quality. I think it's from, I don't know how big they are, but when I first discovered them, they're a very small independent company. It's run by a family. It's a family business. But the tea is excellent. You know, really good quality. I normally know if something is good or not, or pure or not, just by drinking it, because my body responds. If there's artificial stuff in it, yeah, I don't feel very well, particularly with, you know, fruit tea. They put a lot of colorings, you know, in fruit teas in particular to make it a certain color or flavor. So be very mindful when it comes to herbal tea. Shall I do a few more stitches here? We still have a little bit of time. I'll see if I can go on till midnight here. We are 11:30. But I just like to, you know, make it a little bit harder for you, because this is too easy, right? For I guess the stitches. You know, I can't possibly make it so easy for you. I don't like it. So I'm going to make it harder. a few loose stitches here. So let me start with some part threads here. Okay. Brianne says, I have now heard of 25 count Ada. That's interesting. Yeah, I think we looked into that as a group. We did some Googling and research together. And apparently there is such a thing as 25 count Ada. And I think Nikki has bought some, right, Nikki? So maybe just woven differently, but in terms of the stitch counts, it's the same as 25. But I don't think it's that common. And Heather says, it's hard anger. Is it hard with a D sound or separate? Hard anger. Okay, so from the look of it, it's hard anger rather hard danger. Probably Norwegian says it differently. I'm not Norwegian, so so maybe, yeah, one way or the other. So it's this. I think this is hard anger or hard anger. And Heather says 20 counts appears to be available as Ada as well. Probably, but maybe just not this one. Maybe just woven differently. Oh, Roxy says, I believe hard anger is always 22. So I can't be sure whether this is 22 or 20 or 20. I think it may be 22. So this may be hard anger. So only 22, is it? Oh, they don't make it easy, do they? Let me get started with this one. Right, just one stitch and then park. Lona, hello Lona, welcome to the chat. Oh, Ebony says, oops, sorry. Ebony's reporting, Outer Sea having 20% off sale. If you're interested in looking at the Christmas patterns, they do have sales often. Oh, I forgot to look at their pattern for Christmas pattern. I will. That's really nice. So Outer Sea is a really nice website. If you're not familiar with them, they do patterns only, I think. 2, 3, 4, and I'll definitely have a look, a browse at the Christmas pattern. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to go for, because I was thinking about Christmas Lane, but then I having a second look. There's a lot of snow there, you know, a lot of snow, and I don't know how I feel about that. So I'll keep looking. If not, I will probably have that as my Christmas, one of my Christmas pieces. I'm planning to have 2, but otherwise, if I can find something, you know, something I like, I'll definitely have a look at Outer Sea. Yes, they have a lot of John O'Brien charts. Yes, very nice. Grace says, I like Ada bit better. My stitches don't look very good on even weave. They look crooked. And any tips will be much appreciated. Wow. I don't know, guys. Do you have tips for Grace? I think because, you know, Ada is very robust, isn't it? When you stitch it, even like this one, I would say the stitching experience is more Ada than even weave, because there's a certain structure to the fabric. So that, you know, with tension, you can be a bit more, it's a bit more forgiving. Whereas even weave, if you pull the thread a bit too tight, the fabric gets distorted, if you know what I mean, because literally just one thread going one way and the other one thread going the other. So maybe the tension adjustments, I'm thinking. What do you think, guys? All right, this one, we've got quite a few here. Very nice. Nine Nine River. And the sales at artisanship run till the end of November. Okay, so we have a little bit of time. It's midway through October. That's very nice of them, 20%. This is probably kind of a peak time, one of the peak times of the year, people buying patterns, you know, for Christmas and other things. I'm trying to make it hard for you guys. Hey, hey, hey. Whoops. And Heather says, if you look closely, hard anger will have two parallel threads going in each other direction that makes up the square. Ada have more than two. Okay, even with just one. Okay, so just number of threads woven together. But it's interesting, the hard anger, if it's always 22, I would like to know why that is. It just seems slightly arbitrary. Or maybe there are reasons. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to park down here. Oh no, actually. Trying to find the highest point. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Rachel Morton says Yogi Donna Gelsinger has a Christmas house in the same spirit as Halloween house. The one I'm doing you like, if you like to look at that one too. Christmas house, is that the one that Ebony showed the other day? I'll have a look. Halloween, yeah, I do like the Halloween house. The style is very, very sweet. The Christmas house, I'll definitely have a look. Thank you, Rachel. But I'm just wondering whether that's the one that we looked at. I think the one that's got a toy house in a room and a lot of gifts. Or maybe it's a different one. Roxy Weil, I think this is advice regarding stitching on even weave versus Ada. She says, my tip is always stitch on what you're most comfortable with, especially if you're working on a large project. Absolutely, absolutely. But I think I also understand a lot of stitchers, maybe as they move forward with full coverage, they like a bit of challenge, don't they? They like to kind of go up fabric count to see what, you know, what it's all about. I can totally understand that because I was there. Prior to stitching full coverage, I was mostly doing 14 counts, 16 counts. But when I discover somebody watching floss tube and somebody who's doing 1/1, 25 counts, I was fascinated. I fell in that rabbit hole so hard. You know, I want to do it. So I can understand it. I can understand it if people want to, you know, give it a try. But 25 count is not always easy, particularly when you first, you know, do it for the first time. Because it's, you know, they're in comparison quite small in stitches. And also the fabric feels very, very different. So, but ultimately you're right. You know, it's not competition. There's nothing to prove. You should just stitch with a fabric count that you're comfortable with. And ultimately, it doesn't matter what you stitch or what fabric count. It will just come out beautiful, for sure. Boomerang. Three, 371. 3371. And Susan says, unless it's Santa on the beach, unless it's Santa on the beach, I think it's going to be snow in Christmas pieces stitched on grey fabric. Yeah, I know, but there are also some indoor ones, even though, you know, outdoor ones probably more popular. That's true, Susan. And I don't know but if you stitch on something like even weave, is it easy to get sort of colored fabric though? I haven't tried that, so I don't know. But that's a very good point. It's Christmas after all. And you will get snow. That's part of the deal. Let me pick the next one here. Two stitches only. Roxy says, oh dear, Roxy says, I wouldn't suggest starting supersized project on a completely new count you never tried before. Ooh, has Roxy been listening to me, my inner dialogue? Oh, Roxy, I do agree with you. Yes, but yes, I've been talking out loud about my supersized project. And I think Roxy might have heard that. But that's very sensible, you know. And Kimberly says, such advice, Susan. I never would have thought of that. I know our Susan is like, you know, on the surface, she's full of just darkness and thinking, you know, and try to roast Yogi non-stop. But she's actually very clever. Ooh, that is a strange looking stitch. That's not pretty, but I'm going to leave it. I embrace the imperfection of my pieces. you know. It's a part of the journey. I'm okay with it. 154. Heather says, traveling library is my first time stitching on 25 counts, but I've done 1/1 before with 28 and 32. Oh, so interesting. So you are actually going lower count. So if you managed 32 and 28, 25 feels very, you know, really chunky. And that's the thing, because I remember how much effort I made just to go up to 25 counts. But then recently I've been doing a lot more 28 counts and going back to 25. The 25 fabric just feels so almost like stitching Ada, like 14 counts or something. I'm exaggerating, but it's all relative, isn't it? And Michelle Fuller says, you guys definitely make stitching on 25 counts look easy. I had to give it a try. Need to practice more. Yes, Michelle, I don't know what your regular fabric count is, but if there's a big gap between 25 to what you're normally used to, maybe gradually go up rather than go straight to 25, because even weave and Ada stitch very differently. So in terms of visually looking at what you're, looking at, the fabric, it feels very different, because this I would still categorize as more Ada-like, more like Ada. You can see the white area where your stitch is supposed to go on, but when it comes to even weave, it says on the tin it's like evenly woven, so there isn't a white area per se that's wider than the corners. So that's where I got totally disorientated. But you can definitely learn to read the fabric, but I think going up gradually is probably a good idea, rather than jumping into it. And Rachel says, I finished my thread board yesterday and I'm using it today. I'm loving it. Thanks for showing me a stitching hack. Oh, brilliant. Rachel, I've seen you and Susan Barnes and a few others trying out the stitching needle board. I know. It's so nice, isn't it? It's such a simple idea. And quite easy to make as well. And then it just makes switching colors a lot more, not just efficient, but fun as well. Because all you have to do is just pick up a color, stitch it, and pick it and put it back on the board. That's it. You don't have to find the thread and thread the thread, whatever you have to do. Yes, it's definitely working for me as well. So. Right, so we're 9 minutes to midnight, okay? Before I turn into a pumpkin, I'm actually going to make this one my last color here. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches to go. So you guys know by now, by the end of the stream, every stream, we play Guess My Stitches, okay? It's a little game. If you're new to the channel, play with us. All you have to do is to come forward and offer a number and guess how many stitches I've done today. And we will have accurate number because I have a sprint tracking every stitch I make. And today I kind of made it a little bit easier for you, right? But then again, is it though? Because I've got a few loose stitches outside the boxes from now and then. And also I'm doing the second box, which is not completed. So unless you've got, Neuralink implant, eye implant, then perhaps it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, so it's a challenge, and it should be a challenge every day. We like challenges. And so here we go. As I'm marking my last part thread here, to give you a few moments to come up with the numbers, okay, to play with me and everyone. And the winners, my goodness, winners will have grand prize of the opportunity to enjoy the emoji buffet with me. It's tremendous, it's delicious, offered by all guys in the chat, okay, in the group. And also, you earn the respect of everyone. So let me bring on our super duper Guess My Stitches machine. Yes, boom, look at that. You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here with Yogi, okay? So come forward, unlurk yourself if you're lurking. You know, it's about time. Come forward to meet Yogi by offering your number. And you can go back to lurking if you wish, okay? But I bet you won't. It's so much fun being in the chat, isn't it? So, while you're coming forward with the numbers, I'll give you a quick recap of what's happening today in this project. So this is from Kim Jacobs. On Wednesdays, we have Kim Wednesdays. And we stitch it together to appreciate Kim's work. And this piece is called Dry Flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me briefly bring up the markup in case you weren't here in the beginning. Oh no, not that one. Wrong one. Okay, this is Jura Marchetti, which is potential. Oh, I won't be talking about that just yet. And Kim Jacobs here, over here. Okay, this is it. This is a dry flower. Okay, what a whimsical sight. And full of beautiful flowers and a little kitty in the center. Absolutely gorgeous. And so this project I've been working on for a little while. And today I decided to go for block by block with 10 stitches, 2 over 1. And move forward block by block here, completing with minimum to max. So it's a combination. Okay, so with parking and minimum to max, completing the boxes here. And today I'm focusing on these 2 blocks. Okay, and let's see who will be the winner today. Okay, it might seem easy, but I think it's probably harder. And unless you can count really fast and really well, let's have a look. What have we got today number-wise? So who are playing this game with me? Claudia, 128. Sarah, 123. Roxy Wild, 112. Chloe, 199. And Frida, 118. Susan, 123. Marilyn, 157, Chelsea 130, Betty Lou Taylor 234, Andrea 223, Ren 215, Diamond 210, Becky Snook 202, Lona. There's still hope. I don't know what is that number. What's offer a proper number, Lona? play the game. Irene 225, Rochelle 178, and Rachel 168, Grace Houston 125, and Tracy Parker 126, Lona 193. Good girl. Guys, are you ready? Let me bring on the app view here. All right, and this is where I am, just to give you a quick idea. This is a mini piece, okay, and this is the completed area. And guys, are you ready for the big reveal for tonight? 3, 2, and 1. Who will be the winner tonight? Go. The grand total of the completed stitches for Yogi today is 1, 3, 136. Michelle, for last submission, it counts. There's a lag. 152. Okay, that counts. 136. Who is the winner today? Anyone can read numbers. I can't. All right. 152 is not far away. Let me bring this view back. 125 isn't too far away. Anyone closer? 125, 136. Oh, 130. Chelsea is close. Sarah. Is Sarah the closest? What's Sarah's number? Sarah, where are you? Sarah. 132. My goodness. Indeed, our Captain Alien. 132, only 4 stitches away. It's almost like Sarah can count. More than 5. That is truly remarkable. Sarah is our winner today, and she brings us daily quote. Okay, so come forward to the stream just for Sarah's quote every day. So well done, Sarah. And guys, bring on the buffet. Okay, Sarah deserves a nice, abundant, and delicious buffet here to share with everyone else. So Susan has come forward with a daily fast food fix for us, and Michelle with chocolate and trophy indeed. Absolutely. Claudia is offering something weird. I don't know what that is, Sarah, with an exclamation mark. Sarah and Chelsea. I think Chelsea is pretty close, but let's be quite strict today. And Sarah is closer, okay? Chelsea, and come back and try again. Every day is a new game, and look at the buffet that we've got here. Seriously, congrats. Sarah from Lona, and Marilyn is offering something. Oh, kitties. Marilyn's offering edible kitties, or maybe just stray kitties in the box. And Claudia as well. And thank you, everyone. Bring on beautiful, beautiful spread of food here. And Grace from me and Sarah. And Sarah, of course, she's the captain. I listen to her, so she can have most of it today, okay? And enjoy the buffet and the respect and admiration from everyone. Sarah and me, today we're both winners, but I think Sarah wins a little bit more. So thank you, everyone. And in this beautiful Wednesday evening, and Yogi signing out. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from here, from sleepy London town. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Stitch Whatever You Want Day, Thursday. Okay, so meet me here, and we'll have fun, and we'll chat and stitch together. Night, night, everyone. Nighty night. Good night.